evening. So had a bit of time now maybe for some of that work to come to fruition, and hopefully we can see some of that in her performance this evening.
27 years of age now, 7 titles from 16 finals. Looking, I'd imagine, to get that win percentage up, particularly the start of next season. Putting a big shift over the summer, I'd imagine, with Palmer. Shifted over there from Gregory Gaultier in Prague. A tricky customer here in the form of Kenzie Ayman, youngster, just 21 years of age. 4 titles from 9 finals. Is a little bit of a whirlwind player. When it all goes right, PJ, she is a tricky customer. She's a lot of weaponry, likes to hit the ball hard, is very tricky around the front of the court, is quite a speedy, explosive player as well.
And she does have a victory over Tina's sister, Naila Gillis-Cole, in the Squash on Fire earlier on in the year. Ended up losing in the semi-finals of that event to Amanda Sobey. So she certainly will pose a threat to Tina Gillis this evening.
A brilliant win for her as well in round 1 here in Solihull against Rachel Arnold, 3 games to love. Never played each other before. Kenzie Ayman, just newish, you have to say, to these higher events, the diamonds. This is the second diamond that we've ever had. The first one being the Egyptian Open in September. New to the Platinums as well, so yet to meet each other. Minutes is all Ayman has had on court. Over the side courts, it's the first outing here. It would have been the first day on the glass court for both players. Roman Svek from Czech Republic taking on nobody. him and Roy Gingell in the video referee seat are taking on this match together.
There's a rather prominent ref on the World Tour.
Time.
It's Roman. Starting to gain a lot of valuable experience. I don't think he'll have too much trouble here with these two, though.
No, certainly not. So Jesse Enkelbrecht in the coaching corner from Sport Mind. Psychologist of Tina Gillis and Amanda Sobey. Siva Sangari Subramaniam, to name a few.
Yeah, busy man.
Former player himself.
Yeah, very active in the Squash Skills program.
And look at that for a coach. Naran Gohar, the current world number 1. Fresh off the court with Jazz Hutton.
Yeah, an impressive performance that was from Jazz, wasn't it?
We
certainly had Gohar worried there, current champion of this event, but sometimes a nice run out in those early rounds, Lisa, get her blooded, so to speak, sharpen her up as she comes into this event.
Gillan Markets, British Open 2025, women's round 2 match. Kenzie Ayman of Egypt to serve. Tina Gillis of Belgium to receive. Just 5 games. Love all.
And we're in. Kenzie Ayman serving to start the match. This angle here, PJ, shows the true speed, I feel, of the ball that comes through the court.
Yeah, it feels like we're out there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Handout. One love.
Really emphasises how quickly the players have to get into position.
set the stall out early on here, Gilis.
2-love.
Quite high tempo first phase. Looking to take some time away from Ayman, not allow the Egyptian to settle at all. It's quite a wide swing, quite a straight arm on the forehand technique there.
Yeah, definitely. That's a lovely finish. Definitely feel the rally needs to be built from the back two corners, looking to expose that movement, that technique, of the Egyptian, that big forehand. She sets it back, but then needs another swing to come round.
Yep.
That's where you can really tuck her up. It's a nice rally from the Belgians, set up for the quality into the back, waited patiently for the space to open up into the front.
3-1.
Yeah, it's on that favoured backhand side, isn't it, from Tina Gilis. We know she loves to work the play onto that side of the court. It's where she gets the majority of her winners.
That is soft. Baby soft hands from Ayman.
2-3.
Deceptive as well with that big swing.
Yes, left. 2-3.
And it's tight work down that left-hand side.
4-2.
Nice and tidy from Tina Gilis so far. Apologises there, but I think that's the kind of accuracy levels that these top 10 players are hoping for.
That's exactly what she's after, isn't it?
Yeah.
The way that ball came through the court, then gripped the side wall just when Ayman wanted to hit it. Perfect shot. The difference though, isn't it, PJ? She's almost apologising for hitting a shot that the top 5 players are hitting consistently.
Yeah. Needs to be careful here, Ayman. She's throwing Gilis up into the front of the court with a bit too much regularity and not enough precision at the moment. Needs to pick those punches. Deep backhand area. You can see the size of the swing in that sort of confined area. Struggles to get that technique out.
I'd like to see Ayman just bring in a bit of variation at this point. She's really struggled to get the ball past Gilis and get her into the back two corners, which is why she's frustrated and chucking the ball in short. But the better option, I feel, is get that middle of the court, just use the lift to get over the Belgian's head.
And out.
That finish, though, wasn't a bad one.
3-5.
I wonder if that's down to a little bit of the experience. Obviously, she's not had the court. I mean, that's a beautiful touch there. But these younger players, when they're coming out onto a court that will play so different, coming from the traditionals onto the glass, we talk about it quite a lot, don't we? Having to make that switch. May take her a bit of time. A bit of time to just settle out. And that's 2 in a row on the flips and holds in the cross courts. So certainly got high skill levels, Kenzie Ayman.
I remember watching her play in Octasia on the glass court, and didn't take her very long to look at home with the style that she plays on that glass court there. She's showing some of the athleticism that she's got.
Good pressure.
Out.
Yeah, as well. Well maintained there from Gilis. Didn't panic, didn't get frustrated with the amount of balls that are coming back, and put some good work into the legs of Ayman there. She's certainly having to work hard herself here, the Belgian, to create this kind of pressure.
Serve to Ayman. No cross court. Handout 5-6. Ball was down. I called it down, ball's down. Handout 7-5. Out. Yeah, ball touched the wall. 8-5.
So 3 points ahead in this first game. Yeah, that's a lovely combination there from Gilis in terms of areas of the court and quality that she put it in there. Back,
Right box.
giving the loose one into the middle and then tidying up in the opposite corner.
9-5.
Certainly hitting her targets in this opening game.
Yep, she's got the tactics absolutely bang on so far, the Belgian. That's frustration. Too many balls coming back from Gilis. Making life very difficult for Ayman.
5-game balls.
Thank you. 10-5, game ball.
Yeah, it's a difficult one for the movement. Crossing the ball
Handout.
across the body in the
6-10,
opposite
game ball.
direction of the movement.
That's a nice touch. Got a fair share of winners in this first game, Ayman.
7-10, game ball.
She's not out of the woods yet, Tina Gilis. Oh,
That was
8-10.
absolutely inch perfect.
Game ball.
Look at this, how low she took it as well.
yeah. Just before the second bounce.
3-game balls saved,
To Gilis.
and that's
got
the
the
stroke
stroke.
there.
11-8, game to Gilis. Gilis leads
So a
1
much
game
better
block.
end to that first game for the Egyptian. Relatively straightforward for the higher ranked Belgian in this opening game. 10 minutes for the opener. Tina Gilis, number 5 seed, takes the first game 11-8. She leads 1 game to love.
Well, the number 5 seed showing class here, really. Getting off to a very good start, neutralising Ayman. We saw some of the potential threat from the Egyptians, certainly going in short, wrong-footed, and sent Gilis the wrong way on quite a few occasions through that mid area of the court, but in the end, just tidying up quite nicely. showing a
11-8.
senior authority out there.
You said it, PJ, she had to work quite hard at times to get the points on the board.
We will resume in 60 seconds.
The pace that she was playing was deliberate, trying to stay in front and volley and keep the pace quite high and keep the Egyptian pin behind her.
Interesting dynamic there. I didn't see it in Gohar's match. Was she dealing with proceedings on her own? Did she have a coach in there?
We'll resume in
When she
30
came here
seconds.
last year, she was by herself, wasn't she?
Yeah, she said she almost forgot that the British Open was happening because all eyes were on the World Championships, but she's got Zach Alexander here with her this
okay.
week.
Right. He's been promoted.
He has been.
Yeah, from
It's a big promotion.
15
grip wrapper,
seconds.
stringer,
On court, please.
hitting partner and in between game coach.
He was also there at the World Championships in Chicago.
Time. Gilis leads 1 game to love. Play on, please. Love all.
That's a bit wild.
Yeah, just almost rushed into that back
One
corner,
more.
got a bit too close. Exactly the area of the court, though, that Gilis needs to be targeting. Either side. Such a lethal player, Ayman, when the ball is not accurate and running tight, closing the court down.
Yeah, that's good use of height. Stayed in. Cross-court lob from Gilis. Straightened up quite nicely here, the Belgian. It's frustrating, Ayman, not allowing any angles for the Egyptians to be too creative.
I think as well, Gilis has that ability to just get the balls back, that perhaps the matches that Ayman's been playing, the balls have been winners.
Yeah.
Just getting used to that next level of squash. She's now up the rankings and getting into these events, and she's going to have to produce those winners over and over again. Almost use the attacking shots as not expecting them as outright winners, expecting them to work the opponent into the front and then continually just follow up with another attack and another attack.
That's lovely. Trademark, isn't it, from Gilis? I'm not sure she had a foot on the ground as she chops this backhand volley
Free
into
love.
the front left-hand corner. It's another good start from the number 5 seed. A nice change of pace there
Play
as
on,
well.
please.
Onto it quickly, whipping in the forehand boast.
For love.
Has a much softer feel to the pace this second game. Yeah, that's a lovely
Again.
flip.
Yeah. Quality of the both allowed it though, Lisa, didn't it?
Under.
It wasn't a great shot
1-4.
initially from Gilis. Sat up a touch. got what he deserved, really.
Oh,
just
that
down.
was just down and no more.
5-1.
But it just shows if the quality slightly drops from the Belgian, she's going to go for it. She's not far
She's
away.
not holding back, no, not at all.
She did such a fantastic job in that first game of just staying in front. She's now chipping the length. She's trying to play with a bit more height. And if that just gets wrong, she just gives Ayman the time and the space. It's interesting that she's
6-1.
decided to change the
Change up
tempo.
that pace, yeah.
Maybe she felt she was putting herself under too much pressure. Scoreboard certainly suggests it was the right thing to do. Just feels like Ayman has a lot more opportunities to attack in the second game. She was really shut down in that first game.
Yeah. This is better, though. Just looks ever so slightly winded there, the Egyptian.
7-1.
This has been a better performance from the Belgian in the second game.
Yes, very, very cool, calm and collected this from the
8-1.
Belgian.
So to Ayman. Yeah, but still. And out. 2-8.
Quite a long way away from the ball there, really. Not a great shot. Yeah, fatigue
Under.
really is setting in
9-2.
for the Egyptian. You know, these glass courts, they are a lot more testing physically. They seem and feel a lot bigger than the traditional courts. Ball staying more in the extremes. And as you said, Lisa, it's coming back with more regularity and
Down.
Oh, that was the right shot to play.
And
Again,
out.
it's a
3-9.
change of pace that's just given the Egyptian no rhythm as well. Gilis is really lifting the ball and then coupling that with the soft touch drop. It's just not giving any pace, any rhythm. That looked down.
that looked really down, yeah.
Miss Ayman, I'm not sure. It
The way
was,
that
it was
popped
very
up,
close.
you're
Yeah,
right.
we were
That
sat.
angle there.
Yeah,
we were
I'm not
sat
sure.
It was
perfectly.
a great angle
Yes,
just to
left.
see where this
3-9. Miss Ayman
kind
to
of
serve
set up
from
a bit.
right.
Unless it was a top spin. See this again.
It's down.
Down, yeah. So we played a let ball. So common sense from the referee.
That's the type of shot just that's going to
And out. 10-3. Game ball.
expose is the word I'm looking for. That technique, just where it clips the side
Side
ball
ball, yeah.
really low and then tucks into the corner. Brutal for most people. Oh, she's taken that absolutely beautifully.
And out. 4-10. Game ball.
It's a shot you normally associate with Tina Gilis. Got to be on her mettle here and just make sure she stays up the court, because at this stage of the game, with nothing to lose,
5-10.
Ayman is throwing that ball
Game
into
ball.
the front with a lot more regularity and attacking any sort of opportunity. She's sitting too far back here, Gilis.
6-10. Game ball.
It's a similar pattern to the end of the first game. Ayman just letting go of that arm, attacking from everywhere. Just one
11-6.
little sniff and the
Gilis.
Belgians
Gilis leads.
closed down the second game.
2 games to love.
A much more convincing game. A big change of pace. Really softened off with the hands. Just gave her a lot more composure on the ball as well, Tina Gilis. 20 minutes. An 8-minute second game. And the number 5 seed has a 2-game to love lead.
Yeah, reminiscent of the first game, really. It's all about Tina Gilis. Straighter, tighter, pushing Ayman deeper into those back 2 corners, not allowing the Egyptian to play with too much freedom. Certainly poses a threat when she gets the chance at the back end after a few game balls. Tina Gilis just managed to get the job done. more of the same being requested by the coach here. Deep in conversation. Just chatting away. Jesse.
We'll resume in 60 seconds.
Just looking very settled. Number 5 seed here. Great opportunity. Obviously, Manny is not in this event. Huge points to be gained. Going to take something special from Ayman, Lisa, you feel, and to be able to do it long enough. Is the question, can she consistently stick in some of those hard rallies and find the winners? I'm not sure Gilis is going to allow that. The way that she's playing is she's been quite. She seems to have her house in order, and it's going to be quite hard to break down.
15 seconds.
Yeah, she does, and I think the thing for Tina Gilis is she's come out game 1 and game 2 with 2 different styles of play and still managed to beat her. So I think she's plan A, plan B in order. Enter.
She's certainly come out firing early on here, Ayman. Tee positions changed, the body language a lot more perky.
Hand out, 1 love. You okay, Miss Gilis?
She's starting to really hurry the Belgian. Upset the rhythm that she'd possibly. Look at the body language change. Real pep in her step early on in the third.
Well, it needed a big response, and she's taken that very seriously. She's trying to rush Gilis here, isn't she?
Absolutely. And it's working. And then you've got the contrast of Gilis trying to slow things down, and Egyptian with the confidence seems to be going quicker and quicker. Can she sustain it though? That's nice. No panic there from Gilis.
Hand out, 1-3.
Has to just keep her cool here, the Belgian. Know that these winners are going to come.
Yeah.
What she can't afford to do, though, is open up the court too early without accuracy.
Hand out, 2-4.
What she has done well, though, Gilis, when Ayman's hit a couple of winners, she's not gone too negative to Belgium. She's like, it's almost like she's fighting fire or fire. The best form of defence is attack.
Hand out, 5-2.
She's taking her opportunities to go short.
Oh. Well, it's all guns blazing here for the Egyptian. No messing around.
6-2.
Well, where's this been for the first 2 games?
Just that, it's like she's got her second win now. The first game was tough. The pace was high. The rallies were a little bit longer. And you said it, she looked a bit winded.
Yeah.
7-2.
She's had that chance to almost regroup in the second game because the rallies were short and the pace was really, really slow. She just had no rhythm. She's back creating the rhythm that she wants to play.
Down.
And it's really knocked the Belgian out of sorts.
Completely, yeah. She
8-2.
can't get in the service box quick enough here, the Egyptian.
Down. Hand out.
I feel this is an
3-8.
important phase, Lisa, even though she's trailing 3-8 in this third game, that even if she manages to lose it, she's got to try to extend some of these rallies and put some work into the Egyptian, just for the future benefit, if you know what I mean. If this is too quick, then she's going to come out very confident and fresh. Yeah,
exactly. Oh,
beautiful.
Well, that'll do it.
Handel, 4-9.
Has to almost go back to what I would say the game plan was in the first game here, Gilis. I know that it was a bit quicker, it was a bit frantic than she wanted it to be, but it's where the fatigue started to kick in for Ayman, and it's where she really had her unsettled, pinned into the back corners as well.
Yeah, ball was good.
She needs to stop raising her hands because she does that all the time.
There's frustration.
Handout, 10-4,
Gilis.
game ball.
Getting annoyed the fact Ayman was appealing in the middle of the rally, which is somewhat understandable.
Oh, she put that boast in on
Handout.
first game ball a bit willy-nilly.
5-10,
Ayman.
game ball.
One game ball saved, but the gap is quite big.
Yeah. 6-10, game ball.
Foul box. The effects now of that
7-10.
early onslaught from Ayman
Game
certainly quite apparent in the Egyptian. Body language ever so slightly slower than we saw. Quite the pep in the step from the first to the third.
This is where the real belief kicks in, though. Did a fantastic job of coming out, and that's a poor error.
11-7.
Really out of sorts. Belgium, they're requesting the new ball.
Gilis leads 2-1.
Straight away, wasn't it?
Requested a new
No
ball,
mess in
which
there.
she's entitled to at the end of game.
She's not a fan of that ball anymore. And a great response there from the Egyptian. Looked really down and out after that second game. 28 minutes so far. Egyptians got a game on the scoreboard. Still trails 2 games to 1.
What a difference a game makes. Jesse Engelbrecht will certainly have his work cut out here. And that third game was almost Noron Gohar-like. The way she came out, up in the tempo, creating a pace that really unsettled the Belgian. Every opportunity she was given, Ayman was taking the ball in short. With good reward as well. Looking out the back into the corner. The big question though is, can she sustain that long enough to really pose a threat to the number 5 seed, who's definitely in a little bit of a tangle here. There's the skill set from the Egyptian. Backhand cross-court volley into that opposite corner.
So we resume in
New
60
ball requested,
seconds.
so you feel that will be a little bit more bouncy, a bit more lively, and able to Gilis to extend. The rally's going a bit longer.
Obviously feeling that she was unable to get a lot of Ayman's balls back, and maybe with it softening off, coming in with a hotter, bouncier ball, that's going to help her. But I don't necessarily think it was the ball is going to make a difference. It's where she's hitting it.
Yeah.
How quickly she was opening
So
up,
we
and
resume in 30
she needs to
seconds.
go back to closing the court down and making life very difficult for the Egyptian in the back 2 corners. Most of her points have come from winners into the front,
15 seconds.
but it's because of the pressure that she's created into the back.
Yeah.
The position of Ayman in that third game there, Ayman was right up, even sometimes in front of the Belgian when she was
Gilis
attacking. She
requested
needs to find a way to get her behind it again.
Game 3, which she's
Yeah.
entitled to. Both players have now time.
Sometimes the new ball request is a bit of a mental thing. Just the fact that she knows that there will be a bit more life in it, so she can make the rallies longer. I agree, it's more about the areas in the court that she was hitting.
Well, near packed house here on Sunday. Nick Todd sitting in front of Noron Gohar.
And the very prevalent Pontefract manager. Huge part of the tour is son Sam. Is he still playing?
He won a good win yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, he's still in the event.
Against Kalash Farkas. Fantastic win for him, and great to see another Englishman through to the next round of the British Open.
New ball request, players just bring it up to playing temperature. Doesn't take them long these days.
Good. Gilis leads 2-1. Ayman to serve. Love all.
So the Egyptian serving to start this fourth game. Brand new ball coming in. Combination, isn't it? The hold, the punch deep. It's the exact same setup. Ayman having to really hold position to see where it's going to go, and the soft drop cutting it beautifully with the strings.
Also a change in body language as well from Gilis, isn't there? As soon as she's hit the ball, she's back with a little bit more urgency off the shot to the tee to get into a decent position.
Two love.
Oh.
Straight into the neck, that one.
Yeah.
Handout. 1-2.
Yeah, it's lovely. A lovely long drop. And this is where Gilis has got to be careful, because that tee position, if she's not high up, you can see the split step and then the first move backwards. She's got to be on her toes. Appeal of some kind there by Ayman. Didn't really see anything.
Bringing in a lot more hold now, the Belgian. Even if it's just ever so subtle, it's got an effect.
It's a higher tempo as well, though, isn't it? This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt the Egyptian for sure.
Yeah, it has feels of the first game, doesn't it? The tempo, the position of the court from Gilis, the type of shots that she's trying to play. She's not opening up the front of the court too early.
Handout. 3-2.
Yeah, well, that's the reward for the hard work invested by Gilis
4-2.
in the prior rally.
It's almost a guarantee. It's been a pattern this match. Whenever there has been a bit of a lung opener rally, gone for a cross-court nick either off the turn of serve or at some point through the next rally.
Review Gilis on a stroke decision.
So review from the Belgian.
I mean, it's not a great shot from Gilis, granted, but I mean, the effort levels from Ayman. I mean, she's not quite sure where the ball is. Oh dear.
It's a stroke.
Stroke, though, isn't it? Such a poor shot, yeah.
Just comes right out into the path of the Belgian.
So to Ayman, decision upheld. Gilis has one review remaining. Handout. 3-4. Down.
Oh, that's beautifully straightened. The way she charged in there screamed cross court.
4-5. Yes, love. 4-5.
Quite a bit of bling on there, Ayman. Are you when you play? Are you a jewellery wearer or
Just these 3 rings that I've got on just now, and my necklace.
playing all of that? Here?
Playing all
Yeah.
that, yeah. Nothing on the playing hand.
Yeah. Beautiful long drop again from Ayman. Complete with fist pump. Yeah, and she's getting into the head of gilis here. After a very good
6-5.
start from the Belgian, it's been a good turnaround.
I love the hustle to
Yeah.
the tee.
Yeah.
To the service box, sorry. She's like, yep, I'm just going to not give you any time to think at all here.
Down.
It's almost just too excited though, isn't it? The composure after she's won a point.
6-all.
But it's so hard for Gilis to get into any sort of rhythm. I mean, the stop-start style of play, it's either an outright winner or an error from Ayman. And as you know, Lisa, when you're trying to put some good work into an opponent's legs, you want those rallies to be going on. But they're just not. It's very unsettling. I feel like Gilis could do a bit more work when she's going in short off of Ayman's kind of initial drop to counter drop a little bit more. She's reverting on going into the back of the court, giving Ayman another opportunity to attack.
7-6.
I think that's a good point, PJ. It's something she was doing well in the first. But it is a sign as well when someone's just that little bit more edgy.
Yeah, that's the problem.
There, straight drops on, isn't it?
Yeah.
There it goes.
So it's opened up the court. It's come back. It's the finish shot.
Then getting the reward. The pressure started there, didn't it, on that counter drop?
Yeah.
Handout. 7-all.
Big rally here.
Oh, that's a beautiful weighted shot. Sticking with the forehand
8-7.
attack in that rally. Another lovely hold as well. The hold has been a big weapon for the Belgian in this match.
Down. 9-7.
The 2 points clear. 1 point closer to a match ball.
Down.
Well, finally, you feel
10-7.
that the hard work
Match
that's
ball.
been put in by Gilis is paying off.
3 match balls, Belgian.
Out.
And just one
11-7.
required.
Match
So a bit of a
for
test
Gilis.
there.
3 games to 1.
You can see the puff of the cheek to the side of the
11-8.
leaf
11-6.
from
7-11.
Gilis.
11-7.
It's nice to see.
It's hard work at times, that. first game and the fourth game in particular. Even a sigh of relief. Good outing there for Kenzie Ayman. Signs of what she's capable of. And we're going to hear from the Belgian. She's courtside with Michael.
Tina, congratulations, well done, safely through to the next round. What's the feeling, the emotion when you walk off court there?
I'm very, very relieved at the moment. It was a hard match. I've never played Kenzie before. Yeah. Obviously watched her play, and she's been in a great form recently. So yeah, I knew I had to play my best squash today to beat her, and yeah, I'm happy I did that. And just obviously it's the last tournament of the season, so it's physically but also mentally toughest. So I'm just happy today that Chelsea was in my corner from Sportsmine to just like try and relax my mind a bit and just focus on what I can do. And I think I did that very well.
Yeah, I think you did too. Very well done indeed. So you booked yourself a place in round 3. You come into every tournament obviously with the objective of trying to get as far as you can. But what do you have to do this week to ensure that you do that?
I have to play my best squash every single day because there's so many upsets, especially this tournament. So everyone is ready. Everyone is hungry to finish the season strong. So I'm going to have to be ready from the first point until the end and have to give it my all. Otherwise, I don't think I'm going to go far.
Yeah. And what do you make of this fantastic venue? Obviously, we've been here for a number of years now, but it's such a great venue, isn't it, to play squash? Do you get a sense of that when you're on the glass court?
I try not to think, to look outside too much because it's amazing, and it's good to see that there's so many people from the second round and first round matches already. So that's good for our sport, and yeah, keep coming back, and we won't disappoint you.
Great job, but you didn't disappoint tonight. Congratulations, we'll see you in round 3. Tina Gilis, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, they're very relieved. Tina Gilis makes her way into the corner. Did what was required in the end. A few nervy moments after that third game, an impressive performance from this another young talent to come out of Egypt. Very dangerous in the front of the court.